Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 160,000 subs. Welcome to my FANS Wethu TV. It's the CAF Champions League. Orlando Pirates 3, Lupopo 0. I'm joined by the only fan with a PhD.
Stibo Ogren Mauti.
I'm not.
Stibo, you know, one of the things that people talk about but not talk about. When you go around towns and suburbs and places, and even malls, you watch the houses, but you never think of the foundation. And this is what people and the most important things are those that are not seen.
True.
For example, you talk about this team, Orlando Pirates. I've seen people that are known to understand football misunderstanding this club. That is well led by the only president of all chairmen in the world, who's Dr. Ivan Koza. It's not a fluke that is a doctor in his space. A football genius in many ways. He started working or serving at Orlando Pirates, more gating, a collector Nyugu. You'll understand that he has served in football spaces beyond education or beyond academics. That's why Orlando Pirates is in a state that it is. But it's not just only him. He is just continuing with the legacy of Orlando Pirates. I told you that Orlando Pirates is the only football club in the world that had influence or that created township, and the biggest township in the world in Orlando, in Soweto in its own. We happen to have one of the biggest, if not the biggest hospital in the world in Baragwanath. I won't talk about this. When there's no way that you can come to South Africa and not come to Orlando Stadium. Orlando Stadium is even bigger than the museum Elingmo Orlando. Orlando Stadium in its own, the history is so rich. But let me tell you, when we hired Jose Rivero, and you may think I'm not talking about this game if you're slow, because I'm not made for buffoons. and even my interviews is not to be viewed by many. In fact, I get disappointed when I get the highest viewed, because it takes 10 years, if not 2 decades to understand.
What are 10 views?
Yes, but we had Jose Rivero who came from Spain, because we wanted to play Spanish football. We know that Spanish dominate. But here, this is what happened. I've heard a lot of analysts saying that Orlando Pirates' performance will drop and it will not continue. And that's a disrespect and shame and undermining the leadership of the club. You know, I said to you, there will never be a lecturer that will be more qualified than a university than a school. The reason why Jose Rivero succeeded here is because of the leadership and the technical analysis and the understanding of football that not even those that you see go to paneling, Super Sport, SABC, they cannot dare understand or have a portion of understanding. The Iron Duke himself. Because, you know, when you're a businessman who never owns a business, no, let me say a business lecture, or who lectures people in terms of business, but we never lived it. These people have lived all level of football, but so now we come into this club, and then Orlando Pirates still continues. When the world was anticipating a Roland Mokoena, Dr. Ivan Koza evaluated a coach that was number 10. A lot of football impropulents started speaking and saying they don't trust this coach. Because remember, when you eat in a restaurant, you don't see the chef, you only enjoy the food.
True.
That's how Orlando Pirates evaluates people. They don't watch at your face. They look at your service. And they realize that Abdeslam Wadu was the perfect man. But you talk about this game, a game, or the only game that was played in the world, it holds a Guinness World Record. The only game that was played without a striker. I don't know who Junior Kanibalo Shalosa Joan. Yes, the only club that played football without a striker, not even a false striker. I heard some people wanted to be relevant, but like a false striker. No, there's no way that Osinapolis can be a striker. You saw him collecting deeply, Marazala for 4-3-3. Patrick Tito Maswanganyi playing as a 10 because he's a natural 10. Trevor Scott, Inja Game. Kokotlong just behind him, Tori Master Chef. We're talking about a man who played a pivotal role in making sure that Bafana goes to the US. But just behind him, Siposi Kenduli. a player that made sure that Orlando Pirates broke a record of playing 18 games without conceding.
Yeah.
It has never happened in PSL.
Yeah.
You can go Google. There's no data that will give you that. But you talk about a Siema and Bogas, a combination from the back, 2 center backs. These players, when they started playing against Sundowns, they conceded 2 goals, and they broke that record of not conceding in 8 goals in 8 games. And yet again, Orlando Pirates was able to score equal goals that are equal to Kabelo Dlamini's number, jersey number, which is 18, and my birthday number, le birthday Thabo Mbeki, President Nelson Mandela, but Akioda, because it's not gonna go Gaya Ivan cause. But anyway, here's my point. Radala 4-3-3. Without a striker, sorry Muremi, sorry Osuna Police, Tito Patrick Maswangani is in a class of own. And let me tell you this, it should be declared a crime when people start asking you about the understanding of the football genius, yeah, Tito Patrick Maswangani. But just to go swiftly, Habashapadi penalty. Because Mbogazi was playing alone, we were playing what they call 1-5-4. If you understand, Bogas was playing alone, like CM, but it will take them a lifetime to understand this. But you talk about the penalties, Hadi Shapiwa. The first, let me tell you, penalties are not lottery. A lot of people, they call them lottery. You can never practice to win lotto. You can bet the whole of your life, but you'll never practice to win lotto.
Yes.
They give Dion Hoto to take the first penalty. Why? He's a dead ball specialist. Dead ball specialist, some other people say, if you're a dead ball specialist, it means you must have Utanto Ube number 1 or number last. He can score cassette piece, he can score in many ways. Wash up, that goalkeeper saves. It's not a fluke. The goalkeeper saved. The second penalty, dead ball specialist Kabeloshenko Dlamini, the only player that I gave a PhD, your passer ball. Long pass specialist, short pass specialist, why Kora, why delay? Because he sees that the goalkeeper is equal to the task. But again, let me tell you this. Mbogazi was supposed to take the last penalty.
Wow.
Let me tell you what happened. When Tito Patrick Maswangani scored his goal, he went to Sipo Chaine and told him that save it for at least one for us. That's leadership. That's why a lot of people will take them time to understand Tito. That's leader. When you are a leader, you go and motivate. Mbogazi, there was supposed to be someone. Maybe if Makesheni Makaula was here, he was going to go to Mbogazi. Mbogazi scored a cracker. He's accurate in shot. He can score in many ways. There's no way that you can allow Mbutuma to go and hit that ball. And believe you me, there's no way that we all know Mbogazi could have scored that goal had they given him the last one. And I'm not trying to blame him, but da Mbogazi became scared and he needed courage. Let me tell you, that's why some of us, we are delaying ourselves because I'm not married, Steve. Why? Because I don't want to assume position. That's why you'll never become a king without a wife. Mbogazi must understand that he's a leader, he's a captain. A captain either takes the first or the last. But unfortunately, he's here to grow to it. But let me tell you, I can put my last 10 run on it. Mbogazi was supposed to score that goal. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. And we need leaderships that will come in and be able to advocate such things. But anyway, Kabelo Dlamini had a game of his life. He made us calm and everything in many ways. And let me tell you something. But I see that time is against us. And allow me to say we are well led and well steered by the Iron Duke himself. Orlando Pirates is better run than Real Madrid and Barcelona. And if you are an Orlando Pirates fan today, in whatever situation of your life, you need to be encouraged to say the impossible is not impossible with Orlando Pirates. I did say, remember, I'm very disappointed in my uncle, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, as he holds the highest office in football in Africa. Dr. Patrice Motsepe, he knows, he saw what happened. We were mistreated, we were ill-treated. We were playing in a stadium filled with the AK-47. We know our legends once played go DRC of Congo. I saw John Mueti bamshapaka tackle after being bamshapaka tackle bamufa card. I saw McFish bleeding. You know there are many things that happened, but we are saying this because he comments. There was a goal younger. My uncle Dr. Patrice Motsepe commented and said it was a goal. Why does he comment when it's about Sundowns issues? And believe you me, I respect him as a chairman and otherwise, and as a man who holds the highest office. Let me tell you, if it was Orlando Pirates who has treated the very same, these football criminals, the very same manner, Let me tell you, FIFA was going to intervene. We were going to be told South Africa robbed. It always happened. When Shakes Mashaba was supposed to qualify for the World Cup, the very same thing happened. They said we robbed. But Haki Oda into the politics of that. Yeah. But I'm saying, my uncle, not everything is sorted by money. My uncle is used to, and he's my uncle. Let me tell you, Stibo. There are things even if, as a boyfriend, there are things that you need to be there and play your role. Yeah. FIFA and CAF, they failed us. And the sad part is this team is well led by serious leadership that we are not crying babies. And let me tell you, I need to address this. I heard Quinda saying we won't come back. There's a friend of mine. Allow me just a minute. Okay, yeah. There's a friend of mine who once got this beautiful lady. The ex of that guy who was sitting. I'm regular 2Ks Limabotolo 2. Are expensive, and he thanked him. He said, "Thank you very much for Udgino Twarangwanone." That guy is crying. He now understands why that guy bought him a bottle of case. That woman is a problem. Yeah. So Quinda is saying to Zweli Abdul, if Pirates come back, I will give you my wife and my kids. There's no man who can give you their wife and kids. Quinda Mamotrapa Kontu. That's the reason why. And Zweli must never take Quinda's wife. Because Quinda said to Zweli, if Orlando Pirates come back, I'll So Orlando Pirates went back. So Orlando Pirates game back. Yeah. So Ubata for Abdul Zweli Musad. No Zweli. Ufuna bokushaye njengayo. No asumfundi lo mfazi wakhe. Have your key. And by the way, Kaizer Chiefs must understand we are in different levels. They are playing CAF Confederation Cup. We are playing CAF Champions League. Yeah. So but what I'm trying to say is they must understand that levels are different. And we wish them nothing but the best. Yeah. And with Mamelodi Sundowns, nothing but the best. But the